We are getting started to film the ultra productive day. All of the different scientifically backed tips on having a more productive day, all condensed into one perfectly productive day. And it is starting now. Well, actually, the day is going to be tomorrow. But as we discussed in our last week's video, having the perfectly productive day actually starts the day before. And one of the first things that has to be done is that we have to write out our goals and tasks the night before. We're going to try a time blocking model, which means dividing your day by time and the different blocks that you want to be focusing on at that time. So I know that I'm waking up at 5 a.m. Yes, I know, you heard that correctly, 5 a.m. So the first, I think, 3 hours are just going to be, living and chilling and doing all of the other productive things. So my first block is for 8 o'clock, and it's going to be for a task that's been really, really difficult for me. Eat the frog, get it done, straight off the bat, right in the morning, done. Since it's the beginning of the month, I'm going to go through some tasks and strategies. By the way, tomorrow you're going to see a lot of just me sitting at the computer and typing. Get used to it. So if tomorrow goes off without a hitch, then I will have done a lot and I will be off on a really good foot for the year. Happy 2021, by the way. Happy New Year. All right, so those are the tasks. Now we have to move on to another very important aspect. Follow me. The last step is laying out your clothes the night before, because we plan on exercising in the morning, because if you're going to be waking up at 5 a.m. might as well do something, and lay them out right here together with my very pink running shoes. Of course, it all has to end with a lovely night's sleep, an early night's sleep. So counting back 8 hours, it looks like I'll be aiming for going to bed at 9 p.m. tonight. So see you tomorrow. 11 past 5 now. I woke up as soon as the alarm went off. I don't know how. So we have a productive day to plan. Let's take a look at what we've got to do. Sorry, it's really early. I think the biggest challenge is going to be not to fall asleep between now and work time. All right, 5 a.m. wake up, have a glass of water. All right, uno momento. Glass of water. Oh no. The next task on the list is exercise. I don't think I was thinking it through when I put the order together. So we're gonna start with water. Then we're going to move on to a very nice, low impact task, journaling. And then when that's over, then we'll move on to exercise. All right, let me set up my journaling station. This is my journal. I use it for everything. All kinds of planning and note-taking and journaling. So I think we're gonna do morning pages, which is just 3 pages of thoughts onto paper. Oh man, I'm so tired. How do you journal at 5 in the morning, like 20 minutes after you've woken up? I feel like my muscles haven't woken up yet and I can barely clutch the pen. This would be a really good time for a nap. All right, focus. Journaling. I would challenge you to try to write 3 pages worth of a journal without a specific topic, just self-guided. It's not that easy. All right, we're done. I'm actually pretty impressed. So 3 pages down. And one of the things I identified through the process of journaling is that one of the things I do want to do more of is writing for myself, like blog style. Started up another page with a list of a brainstorm of topics, and I've got 3 topics now that I'm pretty excited about. I guess journaling works. The 9 p.m. bedtime did not result in a 9 p.m. of actually going to bed. It's 6 o'clock on the dot now. I have to put on my exercise clothes now. All right, BRB. All ready, all set, and I'll be out the door running. Probably not what I would choose to be doing at 6 a.m. on January. It's cold here, guys. So the trails here are icy. You can see, so not the safest for running. So we're going to move to the sidewalks. Better and drier. If it's not on Instagram, it didn't happen, right? Whose idea was this? All right, so we did it. 30 minutes of running. A bit over 4K. I'm just doing a short cool down before heading in. See you later. I've made myself some breakfast. Eggs on toast, and a massive mug of black tea. And the black tea is part of one of our next tips, is that instead of drinking coffee, drinking black tea throughout the day instead, as a means of improving your ability to switch between different tasks, thanks to the L-theanine and all that jazz that we described in the previous video. Good stuff. I honestly thought that I would have more time of nothingness. You know, waking up at 5 in the morning, you think, oh my God, I'm gonna have oodles of time. It is what it is. So it's 8 o'clock and I've got my black tea and I'm getting started with my first gargantuan task. So we'll see how it goes. Honestly, I have to say that the most time-consuming part about this entire day is just setting up the camera for all the different shots. Kudos to all those people who do this professionally. And I will also be working in the 52-minute sprints. So working for 52 minutes and then taking a break afterwards. So I've got my break time reminder on, set to 52 minutes. I'm really tired, but we can do this. We can do this. Black tea. Some time has passed, as evidenced by, you know, a little bit of light finally showing up. Already done my first 2 time blocks of the day. That's definitely significant progress. I was hoping to get more done. It was a project that takes more than 52 minutes. I'll have to allot some time for it later today. I'm really tired. I can totally go for a nap. If you wake up at 5 a.m. and go running, you're tired by 8 a.m. I don't know, it seems like it's not working out for my energy levels. Then again, it might be one of those things where you have to get used to it. So I've completed my first 4 blocks of the day, and right now it's 11:45. I'm pretty hungry, and this time would typically be earlier than I would eat lunch. But I'm thinking that because of the earlier wake-up time, the earlier breakfast, and of course the physical activity in the morning, the hunger cue is coming sooner than it would otherwise. Memory card is full on the camera, so I'm switching to my phone very quickly. Just to give you an update before I was so rudely interrupted by the full card. So I took lunch and went for the post-lunch walk, which seemed to be right on time, because I was starting to feel a little bit of a slump. So that was really great. I have some footage, which you can see here. All right, so I'm on my walk for today, and wouldn't you believe it, when you leave the house at midday, you run into friends. So, you know, having a nice, lovely, social distanced post-lunch walk. And yeah, definitely invigorating, definitely cold outside. Not as cold as it was this morning, but you know, so it's pleasant. So see you later. And so now I'm back in the home office. As you can see, I've changed up the location which is also nice to get, you know, the blood moving. And at first I came back and was nicely invigorated, but now it's 2:41 right now, and I'm starting to feel that slump again. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on the video game soundtracks and see if that helps with some productivity. So I'll keep you informed and see it later. It's 5 p.m. now. I've completed my sprints. I've spent the past while listening to the Halo video game soundtrack, which I can highly recommend. It is kind of nicely motivating. So that productivity hack certainly did pay off. We have one more productivity tip to do, and that is to end this day with a ritual. Well, for one, I have to say bye to my colleagues. That's one thing we do on Slack. So I said bye to my team on Slack, and then what I'm doing is I am closing my laptop. It is closed and not in my face anymore. I have the added benefit of needing to wear glasses for reading purposes. So when I'm not doing intensive reading, like at the end of the workday, I can take my glasses off. And then that for me signifies the end of the day. And it is even like a physical change because your eyes, they kind of refocus and then they change how much they're working, I guess, is what I would mean. So there you have it. That was the perfectly productive day. Now let's do a little recap about how it went. I thought that waking up at 5 a.m. was a pretty nice way to kick off the day. You really did get to do stuff and check it off at the beginning of the day. So the running, that was really nice to, you know, get the daily exercise out of the way already and get your steps in. Journaling was a nice kind of low impact way to start out the day. And though it was difficult at first, it did get better and it did get easier. And by the end, it also did have tangible results. So I started the day at 8 a.m. rather than my regular 9 a.m. So that was an additional hour before I had my first call of the day where I was able to just do some intense focusing, concentration work. So that was really great. And I got the brunt of my project done. The post-lunch walk was amazing. It gave you a really nice kind of jolt. And so you come back and your blood's circulating, you're just kind of ready to go. That being said, I will say that having been up since 5 a.m. and having not gotten the full 8 hours of sleep, I definitely was tired for the majority of the afternoon. The video game soundtracks really did come in handy, so that was great. And so I think the only last thing in terms of finishing the workday and the ritual is just kind of getting up, having a stretch, and getting away from the table environment. And so I think I'll just end the day by curling up on the couch and doing something very unproductive to compensate for the amount of productivity, probably just like scrolling Instagram or something. Thank you for following along with this video. I hope you liked it, and I hope that my morning misery was at least entertaining for you to watch. So that's a wrap. That's been the day, and I'll see you in the next video. Make sure to subscribe so that you don't miss out on crazy experiments like these. Bye.